today our mascot is Lilia.
Bob.
Bob. Wee Bob. Hold Bob up, I can't see him. So this is Bob. He is from Edwards something. I'll find the book and show you later. He's a bit crazy and his head is very floppy. Do you want to demonstrate his head being... And here's Lilia's, and he's our mascot for today. And the girls wanted to say something.
Thank you for watching our videos and pressing the like button and watching through the adverts, because it's giving us money to raise for charity. And at the moment we have just over £170. So please keep up so we can possibly have over 1,000.
That would be good if we had over 1,000.
We could do it because we're only 10 days into May, so we could do it.
Bob.
Feeling very much like Ron Swanson here. So it is Tuesday. It is the 12th of May. Lilia's looking at me like I'm absolutely insane after the Ron Swanson comment. It's Parks and Recreation. One day you can watch it. Yeah, it's Tuesday, it's break time. The girls are just chilling out, Lilia's catching up with friends on her phone. They get half an hour and then we'll be back to it. So I'm just having another cup of tea. It's my third cup of tea of the day. I normally only have two, but I'm in a sort of snacky tea mood today. It's the hormones. We're doing hour by hour today, which is always good fun. It helps me keep on track with the vlogging as well, and just, you know, record what we get up to throughout a typical lockdown day. It's a Tuesday, it's in term time. I've got work to do. I normally work sort of 1:30 till 4:30. I do 3 hours a day at the moment. I usually do 2 days a week, but I can't do 2 full days at home and homeschool. So I'm doing 3 hours a day, spreading it across the week. So I'm going to log on at 12 today and try and be done and dusted by 3. So I've got a bit more time in the afternoon. We didn't make it out for a walk yesterday. It's a lot less windy today and sunnier. So we're hoping that we'll get out for a walk later. I can hear dissension in the ranks. I better go. Someone referred to Garfield in the comments on yesterday's video. So I thought I'd share my Garfield strip that I keep on the fridge. So there he is, all thin. And then he falls down the drain because he's so thin, and then he realises it was only a dream and goes to the fridge and eats as much as he can. Oh, I love Garfield. So we interrupted proceedings because a parcel arrived. My sister has very, very kindly sent the girls some gifts. At Christmas, my sister had a kalimba with her, and Phoebe picked it up very quickly. And my sister has bought her own kalimba. They make a beautiful sound, and I'm sure Phoebe will play you a tune later.
I forgot how to play.
And Lilia has got a Korean writing practice book because she's been doing Korean at school, and a copy of my sister's favourite book, which she keeps telling you to read, I Capture the Castle. I feel there's a lot to be explained here.
It wasn't my fault.
The museum are taking part in something called the Getty Museum Challenge. Look up the hashtag on Twitter and you'll see what I'm currently doing. I'm recreating a Richard Dad picture. This one, to be precise. Mia, you can't come in because we're not allowed to touch you. We're on a walk, but it's going to be a short one because Phoebe's a bit miserable. it's her miserable face. So we're just going to walk up to post a letter. I've just tried to print some postage online to post a letter overseas, and that turned out to be a stressful, complicated nightmare as well. So I just parted with £1.42 for what it appears to be no reason whatsoever. So I'm going to have to try and sort that out now, and I wish I hadn't bothered. But yeah, we're going to go and post one within the UK, which is much easier. Just coming up the road. It's actually cold enough today that we're all wearing coats, whereas the other day we were boiling hot in sun cream. Look how busy the road is. Just coming back from our walk to the post box via the woods to calm down a bit in nature, and whilst we were walking to the post box I had a right old rant to the camera about the Prime Minister, ambiguous speeches, people not observing social distancing correctly, and a load of people playing football. But I've decided not to include that little rant, because now that I'm in the woods in nature, listening to the birds and the roar of the motorway filled with cars in the distance, I feel a lot calmer. Sort of between 5 and 6, and I'm just getting dinner ready. We're actually all having completely different meals tonight, and I know there's plenty of you are probably like, why? And it's because we were all going to have the same meal. Lilia really fancies chicken noodle soup. It's a real comfort dish for her, but Phoebe's vegetarian, so I was going to do chicken noodle soup, which is basically a chicken in a broth with carrots and onions. It's really tasty. And then Phoebe has, I just make the broth separately. So you will have seen just now how I just make the broth. It's really, really easy. It's the same ingredients, except of course I have to use chicken stock for the non-vegetarians and vegetable stock for Phoebe's. But really it's just a case of putting the same ingredients in 2 different pans, so it's not a problem. But I didn't fancy it tonight. Sometimes you just don't, do you? And as I was getting the ingredients out, I just kept thinking, don't want chicken noodle soup, and because I've been feeling really kind of hormonal and a bit down in the dumps, I wanted something that involved a ton of vegetables. So Dan and I are going to have a stir fry, because we had a load of vegetables that needed using up. We had a couple of stir fry sauces, just packet ones in the fridge. So I thought I will just do Dan and I stir fry. So I've ended up cooking kind of just 2 different meals. But also the other factor was I really just felt like watching a podcast. I've been watching Helen of Giddy Knits, and cooking and just being left alone, and it's been really, really nice. So that's what I'm doing now.